another episode of talking about Nigeria, about the change catalyst. In case like actually still the name. As a change catalyst, I have come to review the topic. A very sensitive issue in Nigeria, and that issue in particular is the job and employment system in Nigeria. Have we noticed that in Nigeria, yes, we say there is no job, so we're now trying to use the entrepreneurial small medium scale system of increasing employment, right? But I've come to review this parameter in which the government is actually doing very well. I appreciate the government for that. But have you checked the fact that we could do better? We have to do better. It is paramount that we start working towards doing better. Because who are the people going into this entrepreneur? First of all, what is this entrepreneur we're talking about? The small medium scale businesses we're talking about in Nigeria. We're talking about tailoring in the name of fashion designing. It's a big market, but it's still a small medium scale market. You hardly see is due to the competition in the large amount of graduates we are having, the competition drags the market to a very bare minimum where the profit is well minimized. So you have only those that can have a fashion house and already have connections of customers that are wealthy before you have 2 or 3 people coming out. Now you can't compare that to the free market social media where youth shows their own skill for a free market because we have a wider range. The whole world buys into such market. So we talk about back to it again. We talked about social media, tailoring, talk about tiling, plumbing, electricians. Those are the kind of small medium scale businesses or entrepreneurial things shoemaking we send our graduates to in the name of becoming employers and not employees. Now, but have you checked the grade of people we push into this business? Those are mostly science related that couldn't fit in Nigeria because we don't have an open market for such people, such as the biochemists, those that study biochemistry, microbiology, data science, mass comm, political analysis of political sciences, computer sciences. These are very essential courses. These are the courses that thrive in the present generation. You cannot have a pharmaceutical industry where we don't have all these levels of researchers, biologists, botanists, veterinarians, doctors. No, it doesn't happen. But we channel these people, even some like I think metal engineering, those engineering of pure resources, they're all moving into tailoring. Now, you're not just killing resources. So we have doctors, the normal general medical surgeon doctors, those that graduate with in the medical lines and nursing, moving to US to go and practice. And those that are researchers are now moving in Nigeria, are now moving into skill acquisition. What are you doing to the nation? A physicist becoming a tailor. Don't forget during the war, the Second World War, Oppenheimer is a physicist, Albert Einstein, a physicist. These guys were given opportunity to work in research institutes, partake in federal projects that led to the creation of atomic and hydrogen bomb. These guys will not get there if they have finished graduating and start practicing in tailoring or in shoemaking or in plumbing. Yes, they can thrive there as well in mechanic, but it's not a thing of being pushed to. It's a thing of growing your passion after schooling, then going to acquire grants or loan to go into. And the population have to be down. So why not we create this research with the billions and billions we keep using as palliative skill acquisition programs? Well, as a Nigerian youth, not to sound angry, not to sound frustrated, but the frustration of the future just started in disguise. It just started in disguise. We give it 2 to 3 years from now, we'll start seeing a repelling, suppressed system where everybody must jabber. Else, you can't go to school. We have a repulsion on the Nigerian academic schooling system. Researchers are no more longer researchers. Lawyers are no more longer lawyers. They are non-political pets. The ones that did not go to school, that managed to finish secondary school, that go join military, are forced to carry outdated weapon because nobody is making weapon. Nigeria's problem is not that bad, but it's really going to be bad. For the meantime, as a change catalyst, I think there should be change in the looks of how government rapidly push their youth into skill acquisition, especially the graduates. If you want them to acquire a skill, take them into huge pharmaceuticals, huge chemical production industry. Let them acquire that skill as training, as interns. Let them become the future of that institution. Create more of that institution. Think of bilateral trades that could lead to cash generating institutions. If we do that, we'll get it right. Change catalyst again, asking for change for Nigeria. We are the change we want to be. We create change and we remain unchanged. Thank you.